Good morning, everybody. Hope you're all well. I wonder how many of you are actually up and out and running today. It's Christmas Eve, and as you can see, despite the fact it's a Thursday, I'm not actually in the truck. I got a text from a guy yesterday, and texting is not the way to get me. I'm sorry, I don't know your name. And he said, "What's it like over the Christmas period?" The thing is with the exchange is, well, this is what I found anyway, my personal experience, is that it tends to, you get more jobs when places are open. So and also if you're near places that are open, which is why I've said, if you decide to go to Cornwall, or if you decide to go to Norwich, or if you decide to move to sort of the middle of Scotland or the middle of Wales, you're less likely to get a job than if you move to Milton Keynes, which has got large distribution centres everywhere. The same with the exchange times of year. I mean, I was in Jewson's 2 days ago, and I said to the guys, "When do you shut?" "Oh, I had to move 3 pallets of bricks." He said, "We're closing tomorrow." That was yesterday. My job yesterday was, I took a long one because there was money in it, and I thought I've got very little chance of getting back. And I basically had to go from Northampton to Oldham. No, Rochdale. Lisa Stansfield land. And it was a dream. I got there at 8 o'clock in the morning. I was up and tipped in Rochdale by about 11:30. I've been on about 2 or 3 jobs. You can't go too far out the corridor because you haven't got a lot of driving hours left, but came all the way back empty. I was kind of grateful that I did because saw a couple of very heavy traffic jams going the other way. And I thought that could easily be me, and I could be sitting there looking at my hours going, Christ. But yeah, so back to the question, what is the exchange like over the Christmas period? I have found in past years, I mean, I've never worked Christmas Eve because the 2 years that I've been on the exchange, Christmas Eve, me and all the mates meet down the pub. And I am absolutely devastated for the first time. I mean, I've been doing it for about 15 years now. We can't meet down the pub. So I've had a look this morning and there's nothing. Not really, not for 7.5 tonnes. There's a few van jobs out there, but not for 7.5 tonnes. In my experience, between Christmas and New Year, the main jobs that seem to ping up seem to be alcohol jobs, delivering to pubs and restaurants. The problem with this, of course, is all pubs and this year is completely different. Pubs and restaurants are all shut. But what I have found is you can do yourself a misservice, which is the fact that you might go and fetch your first job, get it 8 o'clock in the morning, and then drive for say for example in a Luton van, 50 miles, you quote in 110, 120 miles, 60 quid. So you pick the job up from Milton Keynes, drive for 60 miles, get there, and there's nothing. There's a few in the morning, there's nothing coming back, so you end up driving back empty, and you've done a day's work, and you've worked for 50p a mile because you're working on, you basically you do the return load for free, or you just come back empty, so you've done your dead miles coming home, and you think, well, that's like small van money. And also you've done double the amount of work because you've had to come back. Also, the thing that I've found is that not everybody loves Christmas, and not everybody can afford to to have the whole period off. I've kind of been lucky. I didn't have a holiday this year, so I managed to stick a bit to one side, and I'm going to have enough. Hopefully I'm going to be off till the 4th. But some people would just take a job just to get out of the house, and I can understand that if it's driving you mad. But as for the point of view of running from a profit, you may find, or what you probably will find, is there's a lot of people that are willing to get out there and work, and not that much work. And from a supply and demand point of view, that is going to drive the price down. So my recommendation is, probably should have done this sooner in fairness, if you can, have the week off. What I'm going to do is I plan to go back on the 4th. So I imagine between, I've got Christmas Day tomorrow, I've got Boxing Day. Theoretically, you could go back to work Monday. You could go back to work Monday to Friday. But I think you'll find there's not too many jobs. The jobs that are on there won't pay that much because there's a lot of competition for the jobs, and you're drastically reducing your chance of getting a return job. Other people might find it differently. Other people might say, actually, if you're in this area, other people might go, well, I just want to get out, but I need to get out of the house. Ultimately, it's down to you. I mean, let me know if you know something I don't, and I'll gladly pass it on to everybody else. But certainly from the haulage point of view, I mean, I always found with the Luton vans got busy on a Friday afternoon. I'm finding with freight, with haulage, it actually goes quiet on a Friday afternoon. It picks up about Monday afternoon and goes quiet Friday afternoon. Again, just my personal experience. So anyway, I'd also like to say thank you to everybody who's subscribed, who's watched the channel all this year, particularly who's commented and done a lot of helpful comments. You've taught me a thing or two, and hopefully you've answered some questions that some other people didn't, that I didn't know, that you've generously posted in your comments. And I'd like to hope that if you have jumped on, or you're doing okay, I wish you all very, very well indeed. And yeah, I hope you have a lovely time over the festive period. And that is it for me. I probably will do Sunday Q&A, in fairness. I've got lots of questions, whether it'll go out on Sunday or not. Might be Sunday Q&A on Tuesday. In the meantime, once again, thank you very much for watching these videos, and take care. Merry Christmas.